My 8-year-old daughter destroyed my boss's retirement party with one innocent question. Bringing Lucy to Mr. Williams's retirement party felt risky, but my wife was out of town, and I couldn't find a babysitter. Lucy has this habit of asking brutally honest questions at the worst possible times, like when she asked our mailman why his breath smelled like Daddy's special drink, or when she told our neighbor that her new haircut made her look like a poodle. But Mr. Williams had always been kind to her during office visits, so I figured we'd be safe for a few hours. The entire company was there, 200 employees celebrating his 35 years of service and his brave battle with pancreatic cancer that had kept him in and out of hospitals for the past 6 months. Everyone had been so supportive, donating sick days and organizing fundraisers to help with his medical expenses. Lucy was being surprisingly well-behaved, coloring quietly at our table while Mr. Williams gave his emotional farewell speech about how much our support meant during his cancer journey. He talked about the long nights in the hospital, the brutal chemotherapy sessions, and how our generosity helped him afford the best treatment possible. There wasn't a dry eye in the room as he thanked everyone for the $100,000 we'd raised through bake sales, silent auctions, and payroll deductions. I was actually feeling proud of our company culture and grateful that Lucy was being so quiet. That's when she tugged on my sleeve and said loud enough for nearby tables to hear, "Daddy, why did Mr. Williams tell everyone he was sick when I saw him at Disney World last week?" The conversation at our table stopped mid-sentence. Mr. Williams froze at the podium, his face going pale as people turned to look at us. I tried to shush Lucy, thinking she must be confused, but she kept going with that innocent determination that terrifies me at parent-teacher conferences. "He was on the big roller coaster with the pretty blonde lady, and he ate 3 cotton candy bags. I remember because you said I could only have one." The room was getting quieter as more people started listening. Mr. Williams tried to laugh it off, saying Lucy must have seen someone who looked like him, but she shook her head firmly. "No, it was definitely you. You had on that blue shirt with the sailboat, and you were holding hands with the lady who wasn't Mrs. Williams." That's when the pieces started clicking for everyone in the room. We'd all been donating money, vacation days, and working overtime to cover for someone who was supposed to be dying of cancer. But instead of being in the hospital getting chemotherapy, he was apparently taking his girlfriend to theme parks with our money. Mr. Williams tried desperately to explain, claiming he was in remission, and his doctor had approved the trip as part of his recovery process. But Lucy wasn't done. She pulled out her phone and started showing people the photos she'd taken. "Look, here's Mr. Williams on Space Mountain, and here he is eating a turkey leg, and here's the pretty lady kissing him by Cinderella's castle." The retirement party turned into absolute chaos. Employees were pulling up their bank statements on their phones, calculating how much they'd donated to his fake medical fund. His wife, who had been sitting at the head table looking confused, suddenly stood up and demanded to see Lucy's photos. When she saw her husband with another woman, she started screaming about the mysterious medical appointments that always seemed to coincide with weekend trips. People were shouting questions about the fundraisers, the donated sick leave, and whether any of his cancer story was true. Security had to escort Mr. Williams out as angry employees followed him to the parking lot, demanding their money back. The HR investigation that followed Lucy's innocent revelation uncovered something much bigger than anyone expected. Mr. Williams had been running the same fake cancer scam at 2 other companies over the past 5 years, collecting donations and sympathy while living a double life with his mistress. The FBI got involved when they discovered he'd defrauded over $300,000 from dozens of well-meaning co-workers across 3 different employers. Mr. Williams was sentenced to 8 years in federal prison.